Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Small Stages, Big Sounds, the Uberrock podcast, where we talk to musicians and people involved in the industry, particularly those that support grassroots music venues. So, tonight, I'm joined by two members of a Manchester band called Onion Mash, and it's just a case of giving the guys a chance to introduce themselves, and then we'll ask some questions after that. So, who've we got, guys?
My name's Toki, and I'm lead guitar player.
My name is Peter, and I'm the most important member of the band. I'm a bassist.
Well, apart from the drummer,
He's alright.
it's all right. I'm not musical. You could put a note there and I'd drop it, even if it was a fiver.
It's alright. No drummer is musical, right?
You see, it's like guitarists, they have to like play the complicated licks, and drummers, they have to keep the time. Me, I just need to look good. You know what I mean? Like that's what my job is. So
I don't even.
So badly.
Look. Okay, I like to play on a hard difficulty in life. Okay.
I stand behind the camera, so I don't even need to look good.
You just need to sound good.
Yeah. So, okay, who or what are Onion Mash?
What? That's a good question.
Well,
we are a band of animals that actually behave as a people.
That's a weird question though, because like everyone, we've seen like everyone call us like all kinds of different genres and stuff. Like I guess we're metal to some people, we're too heavy for some, not heavy enough for others.
Yeah, that's the funniest part to me, because like we don't try to like categorize ourselves into one group of music. We just like to write stuff which sounds good, and we like to play it. You know what I mean? So some of the stuff are faster, slower, heavier, proggier, simpler. We have kind of all kind of it. And I agree with what Toki said. It's interesting because some places would tell us, guys, you're too heavy for us. And then other places, you're not heavy enough. I'm like, what is it then? But then again, I like it because it's kind of make us us.
Yeah, I mean, like when we're writing, we never say, "Oh, this song's X genre or whatever," because now we me and him tend to just like write the riffs, then take them to the band room, and then we just jam it out.
So when people ask me, I usually tell them we play metal.
Yeah, that's close enough. Yeah.
I call them metal, or sometimes I say hard rock, heavy metal, and they usually ask either Metallica or AC/DC, and based on that, I know which group the people fall into. And now to both
Metallica
of them,
or AC/DC with a female vocalist. That's different.
I just
anyway,
order myself new size of the school outfit,
so I can understand the mash bit.
That's our next song, actually.
And I understand the mash bit. There we are. That's the title for your new song.
You're gonna give you a credit.
That'll be a first.
You'll get the whole like 20p we made on Spotify this year.
Don't go that high. 17.
Oh, come on, it's got to be 18.
All right, 18. That's no negotiable now then.
Deal.
If you twist my hand behind our back.
So you are a mashup. So what are the key bands or the records that pushed you towards that sound? In other words, who are your influences?
Should we talk about our individual influences first? Or
yeah, you can probably go your individuals ones.
Okay, so I'm kind of like in two camps when it comes to like heavy music. Like I love the old school stuff. Like so, definitely Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Motorhead, like all the stuff we all listen to at some point. And this band kind of feels like the way we write and the way we are kind of feels more like that to me. But then the other thing is I love like progressive metal, one of my favorite bands, if not my favorite band, is Meshuggah. I absolutely love them. I think they're great. I think the fact that like they were doing that sound way back in the late 90s, early 2000s is unreal to me. And then in my own personal time when I'm not listening to metal, I've been loving the new Kendrick Lamar stuff. Like I'm a huge hip hop fan, so. Yeah, I know. I hate to admit it, but like it's weird because on the whole, when I'm playing, because as you can imagine with the wall behind me, I play guitar a lot. I play heavy guitar a lot. So then like when I'm chilling out at the end of a long day, and like sometimes the last thing I want to hear is heavy guitar. So like I spend quite, as I said, new Kendrick Lamar stuff's great. But then when I'm listening to vinyl, I've been listening to a lot of Rush because they just got back together, obviously. They announced their tour coming up next year, which I hope to be there for. Been listening to the new Bleed From Within from last year. That's not Zenith. That's well worth checking out if you haven't done so already. Yeah, that's me. I'll let you go. Because I could talk for hours,
That's fine. That's fine. No, I can talk a lot as well. But so for me, it's we have that bands in common. As I said, like Iron Maiden, Metallica, Black Sabbath. All of these. You know what I mean? We all kind of agree on all of them. Motorhead is there, obviously. And then for me, I like more bands from my country, which are more about the lyrical content of the music. And overall, while Toki goes more to the progressive side, I go more the like a straighter side, like towards the older metal. But like Toki said as well, when you play a lot of heavy riffs all the time, you want to listen to something else different as well. So sometimes I just listen to like some soul, for example, or some country. You know what I mean? So like I always tell people when they look at me and there's like, oh, what do you listen to? I told them I listen to everything, and mainly that's because in each genre I know there's at least one song I like. Because of that, I can't say I don't like the genre because I like at least one song. So far, only one thing I found out I couldn't get into was that indie new something, whatever it was, and it was just. It sounded like when you drop a box of cutlery down the stairs, and I just couldn't get it. I was just like, I don't get this.
Actually, one thing we didn't mention was anime music.
Yeah.
We listen to a lot because we're both big nerds. We listen to quite a lot of Japanese anime music. In fact, when we're playing shows and when we're on tour and stuff, that's what we're mainly listening to. But that and like Motown, right?
Yeah,
That's
Motown. So basically, because we go to heavy, obviously play heavy on the gigs, and then you are there with like 3 or 4 other bands which play heavy as well. And it's like you have enough of heavy music for the night. It's time to switch it out a little bit. Only time when I go really for something faster or heavier again is because I'm the dedicated driver. So then when we drive further, I just to keep me awake sometimes. But except of that, yeah, the thing is, which I think which is very unique about the way how our song works is because we have the core of the bands together, which we like both, and then we both bring our end to it. Where Toki brings more the prog metal stuff to it, more complication. I brings to it more of that like country and soul and stuff like a little bit more. I am more about feeling, than technicality. I always try to say that less is more in certain way. Like everyone can be impressive guitarist, play Malstein 20 notes in a second like alien fingers, But I think if you can play on one string and make people moving, that's where the magic comes from it. You know what I mean? And I think that's where we nicely clash together with our songs because we nicely mashing together that part of the field with the technicality.
Yeah.
Go
on.
I remember an interview with Gary Moore where he said he was talking to some famous guitarist. I can't remember who was one of his big influences. And the guy said to him, look, Gary, anybody can play a guitar as fast as you like. He said, but it's not about what you play. It's about the space in between that creates the emotion.
Mm.
Yeah, it's what one guitarist I always think of is B.B. King, who 2 or 3 notes that man plays, and it sounds amazing. It's the best 2 or 3 notes.
That was literally what I wanted to say. Like one of the examples literally would be B.B. King. Like how many times you see him on the stage as well, and he just keep playing while he changes a string and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, and no one cares. You know what I mean? It's all good feel, good vibes.
That reminds me. There's a video that I want to show you after this, and it's Gary Moore and B.B. King playing together, and like Gary Moore just starts playing in front of B.B. King, and B.B. King just goes. You can tell almost that like B.B. King's kind of going, and then at one point he points at him like, and it's good to see that the fact that there's that mutual respect.
Oh yeah. And I think it's very important to like put them together. As I said, like there are some very technical bands, and I can listen to them, and I do appreciate the skill and technicality involved in their playing. Like hats down, I can't say nothing against it, but I listen to their music, I'm just like, sometimes it's just a little bit like too technical for me.
Chaotic.
I don't know, even chaotic. It's like too much things in not enough space, I would say. But
so I
can understand a lot of people what I like can, sound boring because it's just, just chill.
To be fair, though,
too much space.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. To be fair, though, some of those bands you showed me from Czech and Slovakia.
Well,
it's only
you say that. A few years ago, I came across a band from Czechoslovakia called Dirty Shirley. I tell you what, it's an incredible van. I think he even did one album, and it's on Spotify, and it really is a phenomenal listen.
Mm.
Because the vocalist is Dina Jelicic.
No.
He went on to sing with Whitesnake.
Okay. I didn't know one of Whitesnake's thing. Should hook us up.
Oh, yeah, of course, because we all Czech people know each other, you know what I mean? That's
well, I've been there. There's only like 10 people in all of Slovakia. And 2 of them, no, 3 of them are you, your dad, and his mate.
Don't tell anybody my secrets.
How long have we been together as a band?
For over 5 years?
Yeah, 6, about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I can't even remember. They didn't start during lockdown.
Yeah. It was during lockdown.
Yeah, during the lockdowns we started playing together because we were like, nothing else to do.
That's how you live.
So you're sort of halfway through the normal lifespan of a band where things either take off or go belly up. So which way are you going?
Well, you've seen the size of our bellies.
So wait,
are you saying I can't say anything.
Are you saying I shouldn't be taking a second mortgage on my helicopter?
Wait, you're already on your first helicopter.
No, he's got a mortgage on a helicopter. He hasn't got a helicopter.
Well, so we've now had the same lineup for about 3 years, just over that now, actually. Mm-hmm. With the exception of our newest member, Paulo, on rhythm guitar, but he's the brother of our drummer anyway. So we've known him for at least 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, we knew him basically since the beginning, but like from seeing each other, yeah.
And I think actually that's been the key to keeping, because this has definitely been the most successful, and I know it's not saying a lot, but it's the most successful band I've been in, because we've actually released music, got a tour booked, I've lost count of how many shows. I'm pretty proud of, because we've got pretty good numbers on Spotify, all that stuff. I'm pretty happy with where we've come so far, and also I believe the quality of the music that we've released so far is really good. Like, I would say if I thought it was not. But, like, I think because we've had this consistent lineup and because we've learned how to gel with each other, there's definitely times when we piss each other off, of course there is. We're stuck in a car. But in fact, that's the best way I can put it, is like, I am stuck in a car for 4 to 5 hours sometimes for these people. We have to get on. I heard it once said actually in another podcast that, like, when it comes to musicians, you can train them to get better. You can ask them, go home and practice your part. You could maybe play that a little bit better. Oh, you're dragging a bit behind the beat, whatever it is. And they will go home and they will practice, like we all do. Like every time we're told something needs brushing up from one to the other, we'll go and we'll practice. You can't practice personality though. You can't change people's personality. So then, if someone's not turning up on if someone doesn't turn up to practice for the first time you've arranged band practice, you can guarantee they're not going to turn up for the next one. Or they might turn up for another 2 or 3, and then they stop turning up again because they've done it for a little bit because you told them off. So I think because of that, we might do all right. I hope we do, right?
Yeah, my whole thing is as well, which we always find out like a little bit disappointing for us as a band at the moment, was that every single time when we start picking up some momentum or something, always something happens in our lives where we need to like just stop and then restart again, But all of us like keep on going, none of us giving up, and that's what I like about it. You know what I mean? That we all get together and just push forward. That's the important part for me.
I remember you once said to me, the difference between success and failure with a band is like grit and like keeping together and moving forward. And like, what is it you once said to me? I'll keep this band going out with spite, 110%. The more people, that woman. So we once did this festival, like it was an outdoor thing, and it was like for a market, and we were playing and I was sound teching for that.
We were playing from like the smallest
literally
like the smallest cups, like you carry 2 of them in one hand.
Literally, it wasn't a big PA at all. And this woman comes over, and we were the first band on, and she comes over complaining, and it's not even late, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something, and she's like, I've been hearing this music all day from my garden, I'm really disappointed, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, that first band was shit, and the first thing me and him said, we want that on a t-shirt. We want that as a quote about our band on a t-shirt.
I was hoping we could we could like interview, like sample her and just have a song start with it. I think that would be a great idea.
Like
this band's shit.
Because like, yeah, I'll keep this band going as long as at least there's one other person that wants it to keep it going.
For me, the whole thing is that obviously that was a little bit in a jokingly way to say keep it going out of spite and everything. The truth is that regardless of how hard lives get, or the whole band, which it's not a high level successful band, most of us, when we get on a stage and we play music we wrote and we created, which wouldn't exist without us, and people sing to it or move to it, it just makes me feel really good. Like see people react with our music, it's really great. The best thing which I always find out about all the people coming to see us is because of our name, people don't know what to expect, but the amount of people coming always after show to us, it's like, my God, you were incredible. Like I didn't know if I knew I was, and that's our biggest problem. Like everyone likes our music once they see us, but no one wants to come to see us.
First 6 or 7 songs were wrote, as we said, over lockdown. It was normally what would happen is because we bubbled with each other, like because neither of us had close family nearby. So every Saturday we would meet up, we would buy a bottle of rum, we would have a few drinks, we would start smashing out riffs. And then the 3 songs that are available now and another 3 or 4 that make up our set, we're all born out of that. Like, we're all completely born out of that. And then, like, I remember when we played our first couple of gigs, and there was our first gig with a live drummer with our original singer. And I just remember at the end of the set looking out and seeing how happy people were and, like, how people were moving. And then we were at the bar and there was a couple and they came and talked and I'm like, oh, what? And we've even had people say, who wrote that song? Because and they'll ask us, is that a cover? And we'll be like, no, we wrote it. It's this thing for us of like, that's when I kind of knew we maybe had something. Because man, when we play and there are people like dancing or moshing or whatever, it feels so damn good. Even if it is only the smallest mosh pit you've ever seen of like 5 people.
There's nothing better like wall of death of 2 people.
Yeah, exactly. It just, I don't know. It's just nice. Like, it's nice knowing that something that we created over thinking very simple methods, like the fact that it makes people move at all, and the fact that anyone cares about this band other than me and him means the world to me.
Yeah.
Like,
one thing which I like is coming back to us having like a stable lineup for quite a long time now. Every single time when we come with a new song idea up, we bring it up to everyone. We almost kind of know what's going to happen with this song because we've been together for quite a while. And I really enjoyed that because obviously when the people before were like rotating about and changing, it always brings a little bit of different vibe to it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like our latest songs, which we're writing and working on, have kind of like a fullness to it. You know what I mean? And once they will be finished and we're going to be able to perform them, that's when the full side of this band will actually be visible because then it's all written and constructed with the current lineup as we are. Every song we write down when we play the new ones always feel better and better every time when we do it.
I would say now we're definitely, whereas before I feel like that we came into a sound with just me and him with the riffs and stuff now as a 5-piece, and now everyone has their own input, most of which is really good. I think what you said there is like, I think because we've been working on some new stuff recently, sending some demos, trying it live, and yeah, I think those songs overall, not that I want to knock the stuff we've released so far, but like the stuff we're writing recently, and because it sounds like we're comfortable with each other. That's the only way I can put it. Like it's definitely starting to grow a life of its own, and I think that's cool because I'm really grateful that actually the other people that we brought into the band are now great members in their own right and more than do their job. I mean, like literally, like they've done nothing but added to the writing process and made it easier, which great because it means we don't have to think about writing the drums or the lyrics or whatever because we've got other people to do that now.
It reminded me, like, when we were talking about when we started from the beginning, and it was just me and Toki, and we were trying to write, like, beats to our drums. So we would, like, look, like, drummers tutorials about how to create a beat and we would just do simple things like that. And we would have, like, our first gigs were, like, the drum machine and stuff because we couldn't get a drummer, you know. And then when we moved up here to Manchester, our first night out, we just went out for a beer to see the town. And in the pub where we were, it was Pierhard, and they were having open mic there. So we decided to play a few songs, and it was really fun. It was just me and him, me on bass, him on guitar. And the fun part about that was that I'm left-handed, and they didn't have left-handed bass. So I had one of them, Paul McCartney, ones upside down, and I was playing our songs upside down, and it was just like, it was really good vibes, you know?
What are your thoughts on the Paul McCartney bass, Peter?
Okay, so this is the point when you're gonna start hating on Ian Marsh. You're welcome. So I always used to say that I really hated the look of the violin bass because it just looked like a big violin, right? It doesn't look like a bass or the bass guitar, you know what I mean? I really hated it. And another bass I really don't like are headless ones because to me they look wrong.
Oh,
Right, and Toki once told me that if we make it, he will buy me custom Paul McCartney headless basis. Like then I will say thank you and set it on fire.
Do you know what I would do though? Do you know how you like the Ibanez neck on yours? I would make it have like the Ibanez neck because that doesn't matter. It's only the body on that, and then I would like put in like custom like so you can now get these pickups that have the dark bass built into them. Okay. So I would get you something.
Oh yeah, so you would literally get something I really like just to get me. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Well, like
okay.
I don't know. Again, I'm kind of showing what I like. I like kind of the older stuff as well. Kind of that kind of same material, how to call it, because I like the bass having a head. You know what I mean? I like the guitar look like a guitar. It doesn't need to be a guitar or anything like that.
Definitely not.
So, Manchester has got everything in terms of music, from hardcore to doom, indie, and everything in between. So, what's it been like for you trying to get gigs in a place like Manchester with established bands and other established promoters?
That's very interesting because we definitely have few places where the promoters gave us a chance and they liked how we performed, and then just they invite us back, and that's very important, I think, for me. For me, it's always important when we play somewhere, and then the promoters takes us back again, be like, "Yo, guys, you wanna come again?" And one thing which I would really like to do with our band would be to play together, like support some bigger band, or anything like that. But most of the time, I find it as for myself that it's very hard to actually do that. It's almost like there's bands which already fill that role well, and so even though there is such a variety of a music style, there's always this. I don't know how to put it in the words. Because it's not even like competition or anything like that, you know what I mean? Because we love all the other bands as well. It's just there is a lot of bands and not enough slots to play in.
Yeah, I mean,
fair enough.
It feels like that sometimes, but like what I found is actually because I think we can. It's weird. It's a weird terminology to use, but I think we've got quite a wide songs, and we definitely ain't a death band or a grunk or anything like that. So I think therefore we can. I think we fit on quite a lot of bills.
We do. We do. I agree with that. If we can fill a lot of slots well. For me, it's always about that, like the connections we create while we play. So most of the time when we play with the bands and we gel nicely together, then we try to make more gigs together with the same bands, to just like build each other up. Because I always believe it's all about the community and helping each other out. You know what I mean? And definitely the town will have like their group of promoters and everything. But I always am more about like just us as a musicians trying to do as best together as possible,
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So, because you're a female-fronted band, metal's a very blokey, for the want of a better phrase, arena. So do you think that audiences expect something different about you? Make assumptions about what you're going to sound like before you start?
I don't know, because there was definitely a time when I'd be like, with the whole female-fronted tag, there would definitely be a thing that like instantly I have like, almost heart sort of, or like girl school or something like that kind of in my mind. But now, like, because I've been a massive Arch Enemy fan for, God, 15, 20 years now, and, they have a female, but she's screaming on it. In fact, the first time I heard Arch Enemy, I didn't even know that was a female on vocals. There's other extreme female vocal bands now. There's Ginger, there's Spirit Box, Cage Fight is another one, so they are out there. The best way I can put it is when we were auditioning vocalists, we never said male or female, did we?
Yeah. So the first singer which was with us, that was a guy. And then when we were looking for singers, we never specified that the singer has to be a guy. It just need to fit with our music. And we auditioned few guys and then few, females as well. It never mattered to me, like it needs to be one or the other, as long as it fits the music nicely. And I think it does, I think it does.
The story that I always imagine is like when Sigourney Weaver was auditioning for Alien. They never wrote that part with a female in mind, but she came in, she aced her audition. And then in my mind, I can't think of another lead for those Alien movies. So it's this thing of like, I think the best thing we did was not expect anything, actually. Like, just to sort of go, well, she wants to audition. And when Rach sent us her audition tape, we were both pretty impressed with what we heard because she had good control of her voice. It was mixed well. I always say this to her, and Rach, if you're listening, I'll say it again. Like her vibrato and how in time and how in pitch it was. That's what got her into the band. It had nothing to do with her gender or anything. It was just her technique was on point. So I was like, cool, we'll give her a shot. And then since then, she's just been an asset to it. I think as well, it gives you access to a certain tonal range that a male singer just doesn't have. Because so she can go higher, where maybe unless you are Rob Halford or Bruce Dickinson, where some male singers would actually struggle to hit it, and it gives us more of a variety. And I think the cool thing is now, when we send ideas, because we use the band chat like most bands, we're online with our song ideas a lot of the time, and then she'll send something back. And then sometimes we'll both be like, we would never have thought of that, right? Like with the way she constructs certain things and stuff. So I think there are definitely some people out there that do maybe diminish female-fronted metal a little bit because they still maybe think it's a bit of a boys' club. I don't know. Like, I don't want to speak for the scene that harshly because I still love the metal scene. It's been my blood since I was like 14. I've loved this stuff. So, but then it's this thing of like, well, it shouldn't matter, but it kind of still does to some people. I'm just like, I just get confused by it, to be honest.
For me, it doesn't matter really. Like that's what I like as well because we are female fronted. Quite often we are put together on a bill with another female fronted bands, and I actually like that because it's nice to see other people do what we do. You know what I mean? Yeah. We always try to support each other all the time as well. Anyway, like the other bands as well, and one thing which I'm really happy about is every single time when we meet the bands, that they are all nice people and we there is no one like lying it too big or like no someone's above all of us. We all help each other. We all carry stuff on the stage, get it ready, and then take it down together. It's always nice.
I think so far, the worst experiences we've had with other bands is that we've just been civil. We're not overly friendly with them, but we've at least been polite and civil. We've not had like big ego trips or anything like that. And I really hope we don't because, man, ego kills music. Like it kills good music. We once argued for how long over one note?
Yeah.
And now we just go, it doesn't matter.
So you're saying she brings a different dimension to your songwriting then?
Absolutely. Like it's because because the riffs, so the guitar parts are still very much us two. And then the general feel of the drums, we'll sort of say to Lewis, our drummer, we want this bit in halftime, we want like a double kick pattern there. Then he'll sort of take that and he'll do the drums. With the vocals, I kind of like the fact that whenever we post a demo in the chat and Rach gets back to us with something that I never quite know what to expect. And I like that because for me, a sign of if we've written a good song or a good part or a good riff is the fact that if she can sing to it. Because if you can't sing to a riff that someone's written, no matter how good it is, no matter how complicated it is, it's not a good riff. I think ultimately it needs to serve. If you're an instrumental band, whatever, like you can, one of my favorite bands are Animals as Leaders, like great stuff that they do. But no one could ever sing a vocal line over that because it's so busy. So it's this thing of like, it's the fact that we send it to her and she's very adaptable as well. She'll always like shorten phrases or lengthen them or try a different head voice or something like, or a different pitch. She will try things with us, but it's the fact that because she comes from very different influences in some ways. She's definitely more rooted in 70s and 80s sort of, we're talking Fleetwood Mac, that kind of vibe. But because of that, when she sends something back, there's been times when we'll play it and we'll just look at each other and go, fucking hell, like she just knocked it out of the park because it just sounds so
Okay.
good.
So this show is about small stages, big sounds, looking at grassroots venues, basically. So what grassroots venues have been helpful in the development of Onion Mash so far?
A shout out to the Spinning Top in Stockport. That'll be the first one because Stockport's about a half an hour bus ride from central Manchester, and actually the Spinning Top is literally on the bus route through Stockport. It's owned by a guy called Mike, and we got that gig initially because Rachel knew Mike quite well, and he has just been one of the most kind, gentle, supportive people I've ever met because bless him, he's bought the t-shirt, he's had us back numerous times. He'll be running the Spinning Top on the bar and doing sound all at the same time, and the sound's good.
I like Spinning Top. It always have a good vibe there. I think more people should try that spot out, definitely.
He gives a lot of international touring bands their first spot as well. Like, so I've seen bands from France in there, Germany, America. Actually, our first recording gig came because of a American band. The guy that was playing bass for them ended up being the producer for our singles that are out there. Satan's Hollow is really fun to play because you're in the round and it's all like smoke and lots of lights, and they've got like the paper mache Satan in the corner and all that silly stuff. And McLean's over in D-Side was our first Welsh gig. That was a few months ago. They actually helped us with both the D-Side and the Cardiff dates of the upcoming May thing. So shout out to those guys. God, it goes on. Pear Hat and Atma are really cool there as well. That's a nice artsy kind of venue, less metal, more alternative, but still.
I did enjoy both our dates in Habitat actually, which is an interesting scene because it's more like a rehearsal space, but they decided to make gigs there as well. And both times we played there, it has like lightning, and the room is really well made. It's like it's a really nice place to be in.
One last person I do want to mention actually is Sky in Northamptonshire, because the band started in Corby, Northamptonshire, and then moved to Manchester. Sky gave us our first gig when it was me, Peter, and our friend Carl on vocals. No drummer at that time, so the drum track cut out halfway.
Yeah, that was funny. We were playing a canned out, and then so we had to cue it again. It was good fun.
But we still get gigs back in Northamptonshire because of him. So
yeah, we like to going back down.
If we have missed anyone, Justin and Genu, because that's how we know Justin, is because I met him through a mutual friend, and then he introduced us to Genu, and then since then we played numerous shows with those guys. I mean, there's a reason why we got them out on support. It's because first of all, I really love their live show. I think they sound good, but most importantly, they're good people. Like we get along really well.
I really like everyone there. Like, and that's what I was talking about as well. You can always have the front of the band has certain image if you want to. You know what I mean? But what I like is when you are in backstage and everyone is just kind to each other, and we just pass anything, not to ruin anyone's how is it called, image. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be named the people just in case there are people who are really hardcore, but that's what I like. People we play with are always kind, and that's the best feel about it.
There's definitely been a few of the more extreme metal guys that we played with, and they're all lovely.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? You can put a good show on the stage and be crazy and wild, and then it all comes down and everyone is just nice and friendly.
If we have missed anyone, shout out to you. Like the people that we get on with, you all know. We've played with you numerous times. Good shout out to anyone that's given them a mash any time of day.
Okay, so in terms of the music that you've got in the public domain, which track would you say that people ought to listen to get an understanding of what Onion Mash are?
So I was always thinking that people, so to understand what we are,
I'd say the reason why I chose Killdozer was because it's got the clean melodic part. That breakdown's heavy as hell. I still love that breakdown. Like, to me, Killdozer's not my favourite song. 1 Minute More is, hands down. But like, to give someone the full idea of the band, it would be for me Killdozer, because to me that's what sounds the most like all the elements of the band brought into one song. But that's just me.
I do like.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you were, well, like I said, if you wanted me to link a track to this video, you'd like me to put Killdozer on there.
Unless he wants to veto it.
No. Like, for me, like I like to listen. Like, most of the people who listens to our songs likes the 1 minute more the most, you know. But I agree with Toki, because that's faster songs. And then I do like Legal Slaves a lot, because that is all about the feel, you know. So, but again, it doesn't give you all the picture of it, because the Killdozer are kind of all around the song, which have all the parts of it. It has like a little bit faster, but the softer. So it kind of does conclude everything.
I like Killdozer because it's straight ahead. And to me, Killdozer is quite a straight ahead song. And for me, like, because you get that clean part, at the start, you get that breakdown, you get your wonderful bass solo, you know, to me, it's like all the things that I love about this band are kind of... I probably do like the other two tracks more, but Killdozer to me is the song that represents us in terms of our overall vibe.
Excellent.
The only reason I ask is because the video that you've got on YouTube is The Lonely Between Two.
Oh, yeah, that's because it was... Yeah, because we've not got any major music videos out at the moment. Yeah, sorry, we've got the lyric videos on YouTube on our channel, so there'll be the Killdozer lyric video. Actually, right?
Yeah, it should be like Red Bricks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's fine. I can link that. That's no problem.
My part.
That's okay.
I've just subscribed, so I can find it now.
That's the most important thing you did today. Thank you very much.
Are you going to break my fingers?
No, I'm just going to take 20% of nothing.
Okay, sweet. I owe you minus 20%.
You know, you owe me 20% more.
So this year now, you've got this tour. Have you got any new music coming out at the end of it?
Maybe before it.
Maybe before it.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much now, but consider this, I guess, an exclusive. Yeah, we've got more music coming sooner than people might think, actually.
Okay. Well, you know where to send it.
Yeah,
for a review.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I don't want to say too much now because it depends on a couple of things. But yeah, we've been working on things in the background. Put it that way.
And we cannot say much, because if we say too much, people will go crazy in the streets, and the economy will not take it. Collapse of the society, and we can't take this on our shoulders.
Like Death Clock.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
And that's a tough thing to take. That is, Pete. You know, it's a heavy weight.
People always tell me, you know, why don't I do something with my body and face? And I was like, imagine that if I actually look good. You know, people will be able to comprehend that. You know what I mean? Actually, giving a society a favor by looking on the stage the way I am. You know what I mean? Because do people not realize the riots that would happen just if they knew we play it? I'm just saying.
People start throwing the beers.
Yeah. I'm really good shield, right?
I'm saying nada.
It's okay. I was born with very thick skin, as you can see, so there is not much you can say, you know, that actually hurts me.
I think I was born with excessive skin.
Well, what is it? As you can tell, we take ourselves very seriously.
Oh, yeah, we are very serious.
Yeah, you and me both. Well, thank you for your time, guys. It's been great talking to you. And I'll send you the link, and it'll go out next Monday, if that's all right.
Thank you very much. That would be great. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for your time.